안녕하세요 여러분, 저는 베니스입니다. 여러분 잘 지냈어요? It's Korean lesson video. Ooh, I really suck at teaching Korean. This is just like don't expect a high detailed, extravagant, intellectual lesson in this video. Just don't. So what today's video about? That one. Okay, so what am I going to teach you? I'm going to teach you the subject and topic marking particle. I actually started learning this back in March last year, and well, it was last year, but last month I went back to it and I actually understood it. I went to learn it with Talk to Me in Korean. I only just started learning with Talk to Me in Korean, and no, I don't know why I didn't learn with them before. You know, they're pretty okay. I'm going through the beginning again. I know my Korean. You saw my Korean video. If not, then you can click it if you want to. And I made that video before I learned these particles. Like, that's what I always do every time I learn Korean. Like, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna learn Korean. Let's go and learn how to say hello. I would really go back that far, and I just don't know why I do that. Okay, enough about me. Let's get to the lesson, topic and subject marking particle. Let's start with the topic marking particle. What is the topic marking particle? The topic marking particle, that is hard to say. The topic marking particle is and nun. And the one you see over here, and nun, the one you see over here. These are the same thing, okay? They're the same thing. Don't ask the same thing, but they are used different times. Not different times, but if you have a word that ends in a vowel, you use nun. Nun was over here, right? Nun. And if you have a word that ends in a consonant, you use n, because it's easier on the sentence flow. Well, it's easier to say. Topic marking particles, you would use it to say this, unlike other things. Now, why or where would you use topic marking particles? That's what basically the topic marking particle is. It makes it like this is what I'm talking about. So that's what a topic marking particle does. Now let's put it in a sentence. I won't confuse you just yet with Korean, so let's put it in an English sentence without translating absolutely nothing, okay? Today the weather is good. Now, think about how you want to say this question, this statement. Do you want to say, today the weather is good? Or do you want to say, today the weather is good? Do you see the difference in that? Now you can use a topic marking particle as this sort of emphasis in a sentence in English. So instead of me going, today the weather is good, I could say, today /는 the weather is good. Okay? Today /는 the weather is good. And that after today is basically the emphasis that would be, today the weather is good. And remember how I said it's this what I'm talking about and not anything else? It means today. Today, not yesterday, not 20 years from now. Today. Today, that's the emphasis. Today the weather is good. That's the emphasis of the topic marking particle. But to say when other things are not going your way, but at least the weather is good, you would say, today the weather is good. The weather. Now, let's take this into a Korean sentence. In Korean, this sentence would be 오늘 날씨 좋네요. 오늘 날씨 좋네요. 오늘, today, 날씨, weather, 좋네요. It's good. But this sentence is very vague. Today the weather is good. In English, it can sound like today the weather is good. It just basically means you're complimenting the weather. But in Korean, this can be very vague. The person might not really know if you're talking about today being the weather good or the weather being anything good today. So it's really good to have a topic marking particle to just make it clear on what you're trying to state. Now let's add the topic marking particle to say that, you know, yesterday was crap but today the weather is good. When you say it, it's the lia, I think it's the lia from the 오늘 flows into un. So it'll be 오늘은 날씨 좋네요. Today the weather is good. Now let's go into saying something like, you know, I've had a really crappy day, but at least the weather is good. 오늘, today, not 오늘은, 오늘, today. 날씨는, not 날씨은, 날씨 ends in e, which is a vowel, so it's 날씨는. So 오늘 날씨는 좋네요, meaning I had a really crappy day, but the weather is awesome. That's basically it about the topic marking particle for now. Subject marking particle. The subject marking particles are E and Ka. E and Ka. E is used before the first, and E is used after the thing before it ends in a consonant, and Ka is used after the thing before it ends in a vowel. So E and Ka. Now let's use an entirely different sentence. This book is good. So let's use this side. This book is good. Oh, sorry. This book is good. You're gonna think that I'm talking about this book being good. However, if I was to use a topic marking particle being this book /는, sorry, got sidetracked, is good, that would mean this book and only this book in the entire existence of other books, only this one is a good one. And I'm pretty sure I have not read every single book in their entire universe to know that only this one is a good one. Come on. That could lead the person you're talking to say something like, what's wrong with other books? So this is where the subject marking particle comes in. I want to say this one in this book, not necessarily every other book, but this book is good. I take the subject marking particle as you're being unsure about the rest of the things. You know, like this book, I'm not sure about the others, but this book here, right here, this is a good one. The raw sentence I gave you at the beginning was this book is good. In Korean, raw is 이 책 좋네요. Oh wow, that actually does feel weird to say. 이 책 좋네요. If I want to say not sure about the other books, but this book is good. 책 ends in 기역, so 이 책이 would be the next thing. 이 책이 being the subject marking particle. 이 책이 좋네요. 이 책이 좋네요. 이 책이 좋네요. 이 책이 좋네요. This book, not sure about all the other books, is good. If you want to say all the other books, you'd say 이 책은 좋네요. Subject marking particles can be used when you've been asked a question and you want to state the subject of that question. For example, if someone says 와 좋아요, then you're going to say 뭐가 좋아요? And then the person could reply 이 가방이 좋아요. I'm not sure about other bags, but I like this bag. use it as a disagreement or unsurety, and a less of an emphasis to the topic marking particle. Yeah, I hope you guys understand just a little bit. Oh, it's 12:30. I hope you guys understand a little bit more of the and nun and e and ka particles, or if you want me to go into something a lot simpler like conjugation, or you want me to go into things like ita and opta, or location marking particles like air and airsaw, just leave me a comment down below in the comment section, and I will read and respond to every single one of them if I can. I really enjoy responding to comments. Actually, it's like all of us being in 4 rows, and you know, we're just in different districts, but through YouTube comments we can connect with each other like a carrier pigeon. I hope that makes sense. If you're not a fan of Attack on Titan, you will not have a clue what I've just said. Sorry. I am planning on making a lot more videos while I can. The fact is that I have time to make these videos, but I just don't have the right place to make these videos. Even though you see this like cloth all the time, behind this cloth is my sister's stuff, and I don't want to be talking Korean while she's there, and plus she never stays quiet, so you know, it's kind of hard for me to make a video while someone's going, oh my god, for 5 seconds. Videos I have planned are explaining why K-pop is such a big special thing to people. That's something I just feel is a need to explain to people who just don't know. How I learn Korean, that video will be coming up. I'll do another video of me speaking Korean. I'm contemplating on whether I should do this video about K-drama. See the video, stick around and hit that subscribe button. Annyeong. Just kidding. Annyeong.